UNESCO, in partnership with Good News Corporation, present the Peace Day Party. Hi, Paul Sakis, Good News Planet, and the Peace Day Party. We're here at the middle school, 328, up in Washington Heights, at 401 West 164th Street. And our friend now, Jim Cole, because of his enthusiasm, and his buddy Jose Concepcion together, along with the principal who we just interviewed, allowed us to come here. And we supplied to him an agenda, some lesson plan, and a concept of what to do in the school. And Jim just took it to another level. That's all I got to say. You thought through whatever we sent you, and you hit on all the right moments. And we're going to put the agenda right next to this interview because
put it on my teacher hat.
You are some teacher, and the few questions that you asked, I'm just going to read them again because we also recorded it. This is what is going to be asked of the school. What does Ms. Bokova mean when she says wars begin in the minds of men and women? Do you have any personal experiences you can share? So you pulled that one out. How come?
Because I believe that the conflicts and violence and war that we see in the world at large and the outer world are symptomatic of the turmoil and conflict and violence that we hold within us. So I think that's where it begins.
I think you're a pretty spiritual guy. Have you always been like that? I'm calling you spiritual because I think you look at life in an inner way, which I don't know how many all do, and an outer way.
Yeah, I would say I've been like that for a long time, since my adolescence, and is one reason why I chose education as a profession, because I think there's a lot of opportunity in education, not only for us to teach, but for us to learn as well.
The second question, what current events speak to the need for peace in our world? And then the last question, so that was a great question. And actually at 11:18, you've organized so that the whole school on the speakers are going to take a moment of silence. I mean, it is so exciting what you're going to do here. So the last question that we're going to discussion with your student, what does peace mean to me? So I'd like to ask you, Jim, what does peace mean to you?
Well, I'm trying to think of Thich Nhat Hanh, that peace isn't a destination, it's the way that we live. It's a process. And as we face all the challenges and issues and turmoils in our lives, but also the good things that we face. So peace is a method, it's a philosophy, it's a goal, it's a lot of things. And as I said with our staff earlier, it's not the absence of conflict, it's an attitude or a disposition that we must have to resolve conflicts. Because at the bottom, conflict can be very creative. Our differences are very nourishing and enriching, but we have to also sometimes negotiate those differences, negotiate conflicts, and have a real positive attitude about how to do that. So to me, peace is a way of life. It's a process. It's a road that we're walking.
It was beautifully stated, and you have. I would like to say, you have one of the most calming ways about you in your way that you present yourself, the way the meeting was held. Very, very, very at peace with yourself.
Working on
it. And that's the kind of a person who will remain always in peace because he knows when he gets to the top of the hill to keep climbing.
That's nice of you to say that. And I'm really happy that we have this opportunity in a humble way to get started working on this project and celebrating the International Day of Peace tomorrow in a small way.
Yeah, in a big way. You're a small way, it's a big way. It's a way, and it says over here, make good choices. We're in a classroom, we're in a school, and this is, when these young minds learn more about living life in peace, they will conduct their lives peacefully.
I agree.
Great, Jim. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Many thanks to UNESCO, New York City School Respect for All program, Sarah Beth's Hug a Planet, May Peace Prevail on Earth, the Vigil for Peace and Ecology, and Peace Lights.